On this man's back, a bunch of long hair suddenly grows. Girlfriend touched it with her hand. He used scissors to cut strange body hair for men. At midnight, men are energetic and do not sleep. Start doing handstands. Push up horizontal bar. Pull up. And then the horizontal bar. The Summer Olympics didn't have him. I don't look at all these abnormal behaviors. Let your girlfriend feel that there is a reason. She secretly took the man's hard hair to the expert for testing. It turns out that this hair is actually animal hair. What happened to men? Men are called steel eggs. Is a gifted scientist. Not long ago, he invented a conveyor. Can decompose objects. And then transfer it to another conveyor through the instrument. Automatic synthesis and restoration. Girlfriend Jean Dan May hands off the silk stockings to steel egg. She threw it into the conveyor. A few seconds. Silk stockings appear in another conveyor. I didn't expect the experiment to be so successful. So she decided to do experiments on living animals. One waste was sent to the conveyor, but the experiment failed. Steel egg is very depressed. He guessed. It should be that the machine reverses the waste inside and outside. The current setting can only transmit non-living things. He took out a steak. Cut in half. Put half into the conveyor for experiment. Cook 2 steaks together. Golden egg girl tried the transmitted steak. I feel like I'm eating plastic. The steel egg suddenly opens. The computer did not copy the transmission. It's the right procedure. Made steak. He reset the new program on the computer. Open the second live experiment. Portal open. A lively waste ran towards the steel bullet. The living experiment was successful. They witnessed this historic moment together. They opened the champagne to celebrate. Just then, Golden Egg Girl saw a letter sent to her. Mail open envelope. The magazine published the experimental results of steel eggs. It turns out that the editor-in-chief of the newspaper is Jean Dan May's ex-boyfriend. He wants to use this method to save Golden Egg. The steel egg on the other side learned. He went to the chief editor to process the documents. Instantly wrong thoughts come to my mind. Champagne cup after cup. Under the numbness of alcohol. He suddenly had a terrible idea. Personal drilling in the conveyor. But he didn't notice. A fly flew in before closing the hatch. A few seconds. The steel bullet is transferred to another cabin. The experiment was quite successful. He walked out of the cabin safely. Late at night, my girlfriend returned to the lab. He forgave his girlfriend's leaving without saying goodbye. But soon the body became abnormal. Vigorous at midnight. Various difficult movements can be easily completed. His manliness makes his girlfriend unable to extricate herself. They stick together every day. Facing the champion with wrist wrestling. He easily broke his opponent's wrist. When I was dating my girlfriend, Goldilocks found him strange. You need half a cup of sugar for a cup of coffee. He still wants to take golden egg. Let him experience the feeling of rebirth. Golden eggs definitely don't agree. His resistance angered steel egg. He got dressed. Is to go out and find a woman willing to accept the experiment. Soon a woman was fooled in the street. And take him back to the lab. Steel egg personally demonstrated the experiment process. He seems more powerful than before. The hair on the back is getting denser and denser. Steel eggs will be forced into the conveyor. Jean Dan didn't arrive in time. Women just escaped. Signs of steel egg. It has already made my girlfriend confused. Goldilocks told him. He sent his bristles for inspection yesterday. The result is animal hair. Steel egg disbelief. He thinks it's his girlfriend's jealousy. He kicked his girlfriend out of the lab. He looked at himself in the mirror half doubtfully. I found not only pustules on my face. He also has bristles. He picked up a razor to shave. The hair is too thick to shave. Then the nail fell off after biting. But he doesn't feel pain. A squeeze of the fingers made the pulp explode. The steel bullet finally realized the seriousness of the matter. He quickly opened the computer record. After DNA analysis, a fly pattern appears on the screen. Originally in the process of transmission. 2 objects monitored by the machine. Steel egg is the main object. Flies as secondary objects. First, the steel eggs are delivered. Then the fly gene will slowly fuse in his body. Will eventually become a flyman. A few days later, steel egg called his girlfriend. When he saw the egg again, his appearance has completely changed. Walk with a cane. The body has reached the metaphase of variation. Steel egg doesn't know what to do. He needs his girlfriend's help. Girlfriend said to take him to the hospital. Steel egg is unwilling. He was afraid that this might frighten others. While talking, steel egg picked up the bread on the table. Spit mucus to soften food. His way of eating scared golden egg girl. His ears itch. I touched it but accidentally lost my ear. Goldilocks loves her. Holding the steel egg to comfort her. Then the teeth began to fall off. The self in the mirror makes steel egg feel very strange. She kept her lost organs in the cupboard. This is the only proof that she is human. What steel egg looks like now. Like a lump of meat paste sticking to the body. She dare not go out for fear of being found. Golden egg girl sent her food once a week. This time, his mutation has reached the late stage. Already able to fly on the ceiling. Golden egg girl was shocked. The terrible thing is that he was pregnant with a man's child. Women are scared. Hurry to the hospital. The silver doctor squeezed his abdomen. Soon a creeping monster. Appear in front of everyone. Everyone was shocked. Absolutely unexpected. He gave birth to an insect repellent that is thicker than his arm. Fortunately, it was just a dream. but the woman is pregnant with her baby. Jean Dan's sister called her ex-boyfriend overnight. Accompanied her to the hospital to have an abortion. Suddenly, my boyfriend broke into the window. He left the hospital with his girlfriend. Gang Dan begs his girlfriend. All that's left of the real me. Please don't kill me. Girlfriend said she was very scared. But looking at the hard pleading of Steel Egg, he can't bear to refuse. The ex-boyfriend on the other side sneaked into the lab. Gene splicing method displayed on computer. It turns out that the Steel Bullet wants to throw the Golden Bullet's sister into the conveyor. Integrate with him. This will increase the proportion of genes. The Steel Bullet can also return to normal. Just then the Steel Bullet fell from the ceiling. He spit white saliva on his ex-boyfriend's hand. In a flash, the whole hands corrode into blood-forming water. The ex-boyfriend fainted in pain. The Steel Egg opens the door of the conveyor, pulling Golden Egg Girl into the conveyor. Golden Egg Girl fights hard and refuses to enter, pulling off the chin of the Steel Egg accidentally. Then the human tissue of the Steel Egg began to fall off. All the pieces fall. It mutates into a fly man in a few seconds. Steel Egg forcibly pushes his girlfriend into the conveyor. Go to another conveyor by yourself. Critical moment. Ex-boyfriend picks up a gun. One shot hit Jean Dan's cabin wire. The computer program stops running at this moment. The cabin of the Steel Bullet is still in normal operation. He had no time to escape, but he merged with the machine. The mutated Steel Bullet approaches his girlfriend. He lifted his girlfriend's gun with his paw. Motioned to his girlfriend to enter pain with a gun. Girlfriend trembled and slightly pulled the trigger. Watching the man who once loved me end up in his own hands. Jean Dan's sister knelt down and cried. But this absurd story is not over. She decided to give birth to her baby and pay attention to me.